Alright, so I'm at this house. The problem is a kitchen sink stoppage. We got 2 traps and a garbage disposal. This is an older house, but it looks like PVC in the back all the way through. This double Y, this one on the left side is actually just a dead end, and so I'm gonna run the Super V through here. First I'm gonna run the vacuum and see if I can get anything out of this. I'd rather have that stuff in the vacuum than down in the drain, so it's gonna get noisy.
No?
Nothing. The red light.
Yeah, but when I looked through that where you're in right now, when I looked through that yesterday, it was amazing.
Slop full.
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, well, it's clean right through the sweep from what I just looked at. So what was that? That was the vacuum.
I was wrapping paper towel around a wire hanger and pulling it in and pulling it out of the wire. The paper towel was coming out just coated in that funk.
Yeah. I'll get you. I'll get you going.
So, I don't know if you need to know this, but the cast iron pipes went bad in this house a few years ago, and that company, SPT or something, came and lined it with fiberglass.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was this line, it was the bathroom lines. I don't know if they're connected to this one or not.
We're gonna see where this problem is. That's pretty long.
This is 2604 row 3, and the guy in line with me on the very next street, 2604 Rose, had to have all his floors ripped out to get to the pipe that had collapsed there. And when he told me that, I had them come out and look at, before I got too far, they did the camera inspection and said that I was getting there, so they did the fiberglass thing.
See this?
Yeah, man.
See how grungy this is?
Yeah. Is that just food residue?
No, that's just letting me know that my cable went down into the drain and not up to the roof.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good or bad?
That's good, because that's what I'm trying to get.
Okay.
Trying to get that stoppage, and I believe I did already.
Okay.
My crappy videos continue. Yeah. See how picky that is? So we'll put it back together and see what we got.
So that one reaming would probably have...
Oh yeah, once it breaks loose...
Then it's going to flow again.
Yeah. see. Hi, how are you?
Okay, be careful. Okay, I'll see you when you get there.
Hopefully there's not a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I'm gonna good look at that.
Nothing in time.
Is this the garbage disposal? That jammed up or is it working? Sounds good. Very quiet. I like that one. The Pro 750. It's got a really good grind chamber in it. It's like a 3-stage grind chamber, and it really grinds that stuff up to almost an emulsification, you know.
We don't even use it already. I know it's
Yeah. No, it's a good one. What's good about it is this comes out.
Yeah.
You can rinse it all.
Every once in a while, I feel like squirting that new stuff in there, and I run it, and it really foams it up, and I feel like it's cleaned it out.
One thing you can do is put, I'm going to fill this side up and dump it. You can put crushed, just like a tray of ice down in there.
Yeah.
And some lemon juice.
Yep.
Will take care of any odors that you may have.
Yeah. We'll do the thing where we put a box of baking soda in the refrigerator and actually grind it up and down and start with.
I don't recommend dumping powder. I mean, it should dissolve eventually, but it should slow things down for a little while, a whole box of that, you know. Unless you put it in a bottle and shook it up real good to get it to dissolve. Not uncommon to have a kitchen sink stoppage. I mean, there's a lot of oil and just cooking and vegetables, you know. And
you would think oil is good, but it isn't, is it? That's a little bit like if you put olive oil on your salad plate or something and you rinse the plate up in the sink. I always thought, well, it helps lubricate things in there.
No, it actually is bad, you know. I've done some jetting, you know, with a high pressure jetter hose, like a pressure cleaner with a head that shoots backwards. And in some of these restaurants in town, on big lines, 6-inch lines, and literally the chunks of grease that are coming out of there 2 feet long by 4 inches thick.
Oh,
I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
And that's after actually going through a grease trap.
Yeah.
Where all the grease is supposed to remain in the grease trap.
Right.
That's just the carryover, the liquefied stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been here 8 years, and it's a case, you know, maybe over that 8 years, about 8 or 9 times it's gotten to where I've had to put a little electric plumber down there, and it's always worked before. But I know I'm going to have a problem when I put on the garbage disposal and the water starts coming back up that small sink.
She's flowing now, bud.
Yeah, you got her, I think.
Nope, came up in here.
Oh yeah. Need another
I'm just listening for. Yeah, it came up a little bit. I mean, not into the sink, but I could see it was backing up into the. So I will run it through one more time.
Okay.
take it apart and run it through there. So how'd you save my number?
I had my phone in my pocket.
You took a picture of the truck?
Yeah, put it in real quick off the side of your truck.
Nice.
Texted my friend and she has to just bought a house. She's been having plumbing problems. I'm telling her still looking.
So how's the treatment going for you?
Well, I did 58 radiations every day of the week for almost
A year.
3.5 months, and now they think they got it all, and I have to wait for 6 months and then go back and get rechecked.
And what is that? Just a PSA test they do?
Well, I went because my PSA never got that. I've heard a lot of people with much higher numbers than me, but I was going up like 1.5 points every year for like two or 3 years, so it just seemed, you know, like these big jumps were kind of bad.
Yeah.
So I went to the urologist and he did a biopsy, which, that was terrible.
Yeah.
And I guess they said I had a pretty aggressive, like 75% of my prostate was cancer. And so I went to that place, Detoli.
Yeah. Cancer center. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. And so I really had, you know, as good of experience as you can have under the circumstances.
Yeah.
And I responded really well to the radiation, because usually it's radiation and then this thing with seeding. They got to put these radioactive seeds, but they didn't have to do that with me. They just did the radiation. So, and plus I did this. I got a friend who, I know these things are anecdotal, but this guy said he cured esophagus cancer with a diet. So I started doing baking soda there. I never, you know, alkaline water, because acid loves, cancer loves acid. So,
right.
And water's acidy, so I never drink water without baking soda in it now. And a lot of
I've used that for years for indigestion.
Yeah, yeah.
I take a teaspoon of that or a half a teaspoon, a glass of water, and I let out a belch that you wouldn't believe, man.
Get rid of that problem.
Yeah, it neutralizes the acid.
Yeah. And I was eating raw garlic every morning, cloves of it, and
you gotta feed your cells, man. You gotta, like, I got a juicer at my house, and I buy organic vegetables, green most of the time. You know, I use carrots and ginger and apples, kale, parsley, celery, cucumber, and then I do smoothies, like you said. I do smoothies in the morning too.
I have this whole list here of all these alkaline foods and all this stuff to take, and mushroom capsules and dandelion root. I mean, I found it pretty far out there.
You're not too far from that Earth's Origin store.
No.
And I go in there, and if I don't feel like making the juice, I just buy a green juice from them. It's like $6 or $7.
Yeah.
But it's worth the money.
I'm a big fan of Trader Joe's. They've got